Welcome back to Ladakh Adventures. Today we are heading west of Leh. And where are we headed, love?
Yeah, so we are planning to go to Alchi, so Alchi Monastery. So that is known to be the oldest monastery all around Ladakh. So we're gonna explore there. And if we have time, we might go to Likir as well. See how we go.
We'll see how we go, and we'll see how far this yellow demon can get. So we've been getting around on it and it's been going all right. Up hills, 25 tops, but we're getting there, guys. So all right, we're going to hit the road and we're going to show you what west of Leh is like. Wow. This sort of landscape's just everywhere, man, like on this road. It's another world. Guys, we are never going to make it to our destination because there's just too much to see. Check out the Indus here. Have a look at this. Man, that's something straight out of a movie, or it looks like a painting. But every 5 minutes you're seeing something like this. Look at the landscape. Like I said in the last vlog, Ladakh is a pinch yourself moment every 5 minutes. There's a million of those. All right, we better keep rolling.
So we had to stop at this place called Sangam viewpoint. Check this out. So this valley is a meeting point between the Indus River to this muddy Zanskar River.
So it's quite beautiful. So you see the rafting there. I don't know which way they're going. They're going, I guess, down this way. And yeah, it'd be quite a journey. You'd be going far down. And another thing that you'll find really funny up here is always these signs. It's to do with the army, I think. I think BRO is an abbreviation or something. But it always says, bro at your service. I don't know who this bro is, but we see this everywhere. Bro at your service, pride of the nation. Hope you enjoyed the ride. So far, so good.
To make another stop. Have a look at this. Pool of green, blue, Indus River.
Oh man, you want to swim, I tell you, but
freezing cold.
Oh, it's already cold now, so it must be at least -10.
It's beautiful.
But this is right on the turn off to Alchi. So
yeah, we're gonna go over that bridge. Yes.
We have arrived in Alchi and it is really cute around here. It's very small. So guys, we'll go down to the oldest monastery in Ladakh and we'll see what is there. At the moment we are kind of in the alleyways, about to head into a little market area. Guys, Alchi is one of the most amazing places you'll ever see. A special shout out to Sumita, who is the owner of the guest house that we are staying at in Leh. And just have a look around, have a look at this. There's a lot of vegetation here, and then look at the Indus right here on the edge of the monastery. And look at this. Big cliff face. Look at that slide there. Slide all the way down. I don't like the look of that. But it is one of the most picturesque places you'll ever see. And this is why it's highly recommended. And to be fair, there is nobody out here. And so we're going to try and see if we can film in that in the monastery. You'll see here, these stupas are a little bit dilapidated. The monastery is falling apart. It's very, very, very old. On the outside here, you'll see the standard prayer wheels that you find all through Tibet, Nepal, northern India, that are inscribed with Om Mani Padme Hum, the prayer of compassion. So we're going to circumambulate around and we're going to see what we can find, isn't it, love?
Yes, I'm excited.
Look at these ancient prayer wheels, people. Look at this. Oh my god, they're still working. How good. And these are the new ones.
So when you turn the prayer wheels, that you consider as you have read the scriptures inside the prayer wheels. And I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure there might be still the scriptures inside the prayer wheels that's been made there recently, but these ancient ones, like, look, literally you can kind of see that papers inside. So prayer of Om Mani Padme Hum is all inside. So you can see in these dinosaur prayer wheels. It's quite amazing to actually see this.
Yeah, it is crazy. Like I don't want to pull any out. We'll leave them in there.
Yeah.
Guys, we just got out of Alchi Kitchen, one of the best restaurants you'll ever go to. I'm telling you, local Ladakhi food, and Guy had one of the best juices I think I've ever seen. What was it, love?
It's apricot juice, and it's not something that we think of juice. It's the actual blended apricot. That's what it was.
It must be like a whole bag of apricots.
And the ladies, yeah, they're blending lots of apricot, like one after the other, because constant odor was coming in.
Yeah.
It was that good. Like, again, the high altitude fruit, the apricot grows everywhere here, and the taste was like, had some sort of depth.
Yeah.
It's almost like drinking apricot jam without sugar.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
And guys, before that, as you remember, we got out of the Alchi Monastery. We obviously could not film anything in there, but I must say it is one of the most breathtaking monasteries I've ever seen. It's one of the most unique ones, and it's still intact. It's all wood, all made of mud, and the frescoes and that are still all, you know, surviving. And the Maitreya Buddha statues, the Manjushri, the Avalokiteshvara, all of these type of statues, Amitabha Buddha, they're all surviving in there. It's quite something. We'll put some pictures up here if we can find some online for you. We weren't allowed to take photos in there or take any footage, so we respected their wishes. So we'll put some up there for you to have a look at. But what do you think of Alchi, love, in total, like this little town here?
It's actually, if you have enough time, I would like to recommend you to stay here for at least one night, maybe 2 nights. And since you have a great restaurant, you'll be well taken care of in food-wise. And the landscape around here is beautiful, and the monastery is just amazing. It's just something that you've never seen anywhere, and yeah, you wouldn't expect anything of it from outside because it just looks very ordinary, but inside it's something very, very special.
Yeah, and we were actually looking at a place to stay because we thought, we can't go back. We only rode out here, but we've got to take this motorbike back to town. So the guy will probably be wondering if we stole it. So we've got to head back there. But Guy and I are definitely planning on coming back in the future. Probably stay 2 or 3 nights just for a peaceful retreat out here. It's quite something, man. The mountains out here, like I showed you earlier on, the cliff face with the Indus River and the monastery right on the edge of the Indus River. It's quite something. It's breathtaking. And so guys, we're going to head off to one more destination on the way home we want to show you, and it's actually really close from here, so this is why it's a good idea probably to stay at Alchi. But let's hit the road. And guys, as you see there, that's Alchi kitchen, and there's not much around here. These are tourist vans that have come up to go to the monastery. But then you see like these new accommodations being built. Look how beautiful this is. It's not quite done, but imagine sitting up on that balcony up there and then having that as your view. I mean, breathtaking. Have a look all the way around. There's another good hotel actually down where Guy and I actually went and had a look at, and that's probably one we would consider staying at. But there's plenty being built. This is a guest house. This is Indus River Guest House. That's probably something like Guy and I would have stayed in probably 5-10 years ago. And there's another accommodation there too. I don't know what the hell that one is, but there's a few older ones and there's a few new ones being built. It's such a small town, man. It's really small and beautiful. All right, enough of the jibber jabber. Let's hit the road. Guys, we have arrived to the Likir Monastery, and it is cold. So we just came from Alchi and we're up a bit higher here, bit off the beaten track. But it's quite something when you see it from a distance. It's beautiful. So we're going to see what we can look around at here. There's not much luck these days looking around in the temple, so we'll see what we can find for y'all.
So Likir Monastery was built in 1088 CE, so more than 10,000 years ago. And the Likir actually means coiled snakes. So they believe that this monastery was guarded by two different spirits of these two snakes named Nanda and Shakshuka.
And also another thing about Likir is it's one of the most populated monasteries in the region. It's actually got 100 monks here. I know there's other places with more, but if you remember in the last video we went to Stock, and the Stock Gompa only has 20 monks, and they usually move around like to Spituk and these other places that we went to the other day. So out here at Likir, you're a fair way away. You're 55 kilometers away from Leh, so I guess once you're out here as a monk, you're
definitely dedicated.
You're dedicated. You're in for good. Guys, we can't film much in here, but out in the hallways and that we can film. As you can see here, there's an image of the Dalai Lama who came to Likir Monastery. It doesn't look that long ago. And as you see, there's plenty of monks that are here, 100 plus. And this is an image of Likir Monastery, an older image, which, as you see, the monastery is almost the same as it is now, but there's more around the village at the moment. And here's even an older image of a lot of monks. So we haven't been able to film much at the moment. We did film in a little bit in here, just a little story, and on the outside, and we also took a little bit of footage down in the smaller temple. So as you see here, there's some steep stairways down around. It's actually a really big monastery, isn't it, Mom?
Yeah, it's a big place.
Big place. Yes. And as you know, to house 100 monks, it has to be big. So in the temples, they take up a tiny piece of this monastery. So let's see if we can find something else to have a look at around here. Guys, we are in the museum here. The lights are off, so we're using a mobile. We have found a Vajra bell that is 400 years old. It says its name is Dorje Tilpu. So crazy. Still going.
Yes.
Preserved. But as for the museum, guys, it's pretty much pitch dark, so if we find something, we'll give them a shout out, love.
Yes, we're trying to figure out ourselves here. So yeah.
We are finding some interesting stuff. Like we found this old wooden piece here with the 8 auspicious symbols of Tibetan Buddhism, Vajrayana Buddhism, if you will. And this beautiful piece of the Buddha. And then you see down here, look at this massive manuscript. Wow. So there are some pretty cool things here. It's just not really kept intact. As you see here, here's an ancient Mahakala there. So it's still being preserved. Obviously being up at this altitude, and Likir is actually, I believe, higher than Leh. Things are going to keep pretty well. We also found a tanka, ancient tanka of the 5th Dalai Lama. Man, you find everything in here, it's crazy. I thought there wasn't much, but we're discovering a little bit here. Again, look at that Mahakala there. You can see that little rock Mahakala. Here you got Maitreya Buddha. And look at this. You've got Vajrabhairava right there. It's 500 years old from Tibet. Good Lord. Look at that. And so you can tell a little bit of the difference with Bhairava and Mahakala. Bhairava's got millions of arms and the Buddha poking up the top, which completes the absolute manifestation of existence. So everything is within the Bhairava. Also Kal Bhairav in Shaivism as well. So, and again, there's a relationship between Kashmiri Shaivism, the Trika system, and Vajrayana Buddhism. So, which is something very interesting for people to think about. Look at this. And something I didn't tell you guys about this Vajrabhairava is it's actually made of clay, so standing the test of time, that's for sure. I don't know if you guys can see that tanka in the background, where you've got the Buddha in the middle there, and then out of the Buddha spirals out all of these other Buddhas, millions of Buddhas. That's awesome. As you guys see here, there are a lot of ancient tankas in here, but behind the glass there are some even older ones. So this one is a 300-year-old tanka with the great Tibetan master right there. Amazing. Guys, in the museum here we're finding some amazing artifacts from ancient soldiers. So a bunch of this stuff is 800 years old. Like, look at this armor. My goodness. Look at that shield. Wow. So look what you got here. You got an 800-year-old decoration piece called a fango. Now, Guy doesn't actually know what that means. It is in Chinese, isn't it, love?
It is in Chinese character.
What would you say? How do you say it?
Oh, I have no idea what it really is.
Oh, okay.
What it means, how I read, I don't know.
That's strange. Chinese. 800 years ago. In Ladakh. In Likir. Would you say the 50 rupee for the museum's worth it, love?
Oh, I would say yes, actually, maybe worth more than that. If there was electricity, it would be much easier to see things. But we did see some interesting things, like a really old tankas, and bells, and even weapons.
We had to use the phone torch, and
yes.
There was this Australian family, they paid, and because the monk took the money, they came in and they couldn't see anything, so they basically paid for nothing. So Guys, I don't know if you can see behind us, but that's just your average day. Look at that. Man. The Vajrayana monks, they knew the best spots, that's for sure. Now have a look at this. So this opposite the Buddha here, there's a little new temple, and one of the things you'll find, look at this good carving in the doorway, the auspicious symbols. What you will find is that you can often film in the newer parts of the temples, but not obviously ancient parts. This is a construction with the Maitreya Buddha here, and all of these amazing paintings of the Buddhas and the great Tibetan masters, Mahakala. And over here you've got Padmasambhava, Guru Rinpoche. You have the Dalai Lama, as I said, Maitreya Buddha, Nagarjuna. There's everyone here, man, everyone. Vajrabhairava I don't think is in here, but there's Mahakala, and there's the Bodhisattvas, Atisha Dipankara, everyone. Now look at the ceiling covered in cloth. It's just beautiful, man, it's beautiful. There's actually a lot to see in just even a little temple like this. And this is like on the outskirts of the monastery, because it's a newer part of the monastery. So, but then you come out and then boom, look at that. See over here, guys, these young monks, their quarters, where they study, they meditate. I think the younger boys are away from the other gentlemen. And then you see up, look in the valley up there. Well, it just keeps going up. There's like a village. And then, as I said, boom. Again, another one of those pinch yourself moments when you see this with that background in this valley. Now, one of the big pinch myself moments will be when we see the Maitreya Buddha in Nubra Valley in Diskit. But let's not get far ahead of ourselves just yet. Look at that. If only you could drone around here. As we're walking out the monastery, you can see all of this firewood. And we're in May, so when it gets to November, this is going to be stacked up high, because you got to get through these brutal winters in Ladakh, especially in the heart of it, like in December and January. My goodness, it's tough going. Guys, look at the ceiling under the stupa. This is what was at Alchi before, but we weren't allowed to film in the complex. So, but there was a lot more intricacy in some of those ones at Alchi. But this is beautiful too. Look at the mandala right in the middle. The Buddha's spread out. Oh, I love this. What's your name? What's your name? Shaggy Money? Shaggy Money, what's your name?
Shaggy Money with the round face.
Yeah. Okay. Happy dog. Monastery dog, always happy. Hey dude. Jesus. Guys, we've come down from Likir Monastery. We are on the road back to Leh. We hope you enjoyed. The next time we'll see you, we'll be heading out of Leh to stay somewhere special, off the beaten track. So guys, we'll see you there, and take it easy.